This week, on the final edition of Scout Show for the season, a 6'5" defensive end freight train from Indiana just committed to the MAC in Michigan. And speaking of MAC schools in the mitten, just grabbed one of Southeast Michigan's best all-purpose backs. And an Ohio 2023 wide receiver just got a Big Ten invite after a standout camp performance. That and a whole lot more recruiting news from the upper Midwest is coming your way. Welcome back to State Champs Scout Show. My name is Lauren Plant, and we are presented by Lawrence Technological University in Southfield, Michigan. Hey, the Blue Devils have college scholarships available to fill their rosters in over 24 NAIA varsity sports. They can't scout everyone, so they created a unique and super simple way to recruit yourself. Just head on over to LTUathletics.com, click on the Recruit Yourself link, and fill out the short questionnaire. An LTU coach will then reach out to you within 48 hours. Okay, lots to get to on the program, including former pro quarterback Ryan Van Dyke giving you insight on tact. You'll see what I mean. So stay tuned and let's get to this week's recruiting news. I'm Lauren Plant with the latest from the state of Michigan. The Purdue Boilermakers have done well in the mitten in the last few recruiting cycles, but the 2022 class didn't have any Michigan presence yet until Portage Central offensive tackle Cross Watson committed 4 days after visiting the West Lafayette campus. It was the first Power 5 offer for the 6'5", 270-pound Watson. He's rated as a 3-star prospect by 24/7 Sports, the number 46 player in Michigan's class of 2022, one of the top 10 rising senior linemen in the state. Throughout his high school career, Roseville's Malachi Clark has lived in the backfield of MAC opponents. That much will not change in college, even if he's swapping out one MAC, the Macomb Area Conference Gold Division, for another in the Mid-American Conference's East Division with the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Clark committed to Miami on June 10th, ending a recruitment that saw him pick up 9 offers. The quick, penetrating 6'3", 285-pound defensive tackle was one of the first 2 All-State players in Roseville history. Clark is ranked as a 3-star prospect by the 24/7 Sports Composite and the highest rank so far in Miami's 4-man recruiting class. Sometimes you just feel more comfortable with that first initial on your jersey. Zeeland East stud defensive end Tag Bonema is going to have that first initial back on his jersey in college, as his June 9th commitment to Western Michigan meant that the Broncos roster will feature the Bonema brothers Part 2, with Tag reuniting with his older brother Boone, who will be a redshirt junior in the fall. The two played 1 season together with the Chicks in 2018, with Tag as a freshman starter at linebacker alongside the senior Boone, as East made it all the way to the Division III semifinals. Bonema chose the Broncos over 3 other offers: Cincinnati, Iowa, and Michigan State. He's a 3-star prospect according to the 24/7 Sports Composite and the number 21 player in Michigan's class of 2022. Within 24 hours of hauling in one of the best power rushers in the Macomb Area Conference, Central Michigan got a commitment from one of the league's best all-purpose backs. Jitterbug Jordan Ramsey committed to CMU just a day after Sterling Heights Stevenson teammate Jordan Kwiatkowski, giving the Chippewas yet another successful haul from Macomb County. A true 3-down back who can catch the ball like a wideout, Ramsey earned all Macomb Area Conference Red Division and all-region honors as a junior. A 3-star prospect according to 24/7 Sports rankings, and the number 30 player in Michigan's class of 2022, the 5'9", 185-pound Ramsey chose the Chippewas over 6 other offers. That's the latest from Michigan. I'm Lauren Plant. If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions: competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
This is Scott Bernstein from Indiana. Broncos fans will fall in love with the Brownsburg QB bomber the minute he walks on campus in Kalamazoo. Brownsburg defensive end Isaiah Street committed to Western Michigan University over the weekend, giving the Broncos a high-value grab from Hoosierland's class of 22. The 6'5" Street is a runaway freight train coming off the edge, rushing the passer, and is known far and wide for his gritty demeanor on the gridiron and his lunch pail mentality in preparation. He registered 40 tackles and 4 sacks last season as a junior on an 8-2 Bulldog squad and is the definition of ferocity coming off the snap. Warren Central wide receiver Joe Walker might be the hottest wideout on the market in Hoosierland by the end of the month. The Warriors' 6'5", class of 23 typhoon of terror in the pass game plucked his first power conference offer from Purdue last week. Walker only had 2 touchdowns last fall, but expect his numbers in both receiving yardage and scoring grabs to increase tenfold in the 2021 campaign. Iowa and Minnesota are said to be circling with potential offers in the coming weeks. Indianapolis Cathedral defensive tackle Kendrick Gilbert recently garnered offers from Notre Dame, Penn State, and Kentucky. The incoming junior helped Cathedral to its 13th IHSAA state championship last November. He's 6'5", 265 pounds, and is agile on his feet as he is thunderous in his tackling ability. Moving over to the girls' basketball recruiting radar, Blue River Valley's Allie Madden, one of the best post players on the state's small school hardwood scene, committed to NAIA St. Francis out of Fort Wayne earlier this week. Madden tallied 18 points and 11 rebounds per contest as a junior in 2021 for a 22-4 BRV club that claimed a sectional title. Checking in from Indiana, this was Scott Bernstein.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
This is Alan True taking a look at the latest recruiting happenings in the state of Ohio. Springfield class of 2023 wide receiver Anthony Brown camped with Michigan and earned an offer from the Wolverines after a strong performance in one-on-ones, drills, and testing. Brown now has 14 scholarship offers. He had 40 receptions for 829 yards and 12 touchdowns as a sophomore. He will next head to Minnesota, where older brother Mike Brown-Stevens plays, then Maryland, Ohio State, Purdue, and Texas to close out a busy June. Bryce Keller of Toledo Whitmer has received offers from Tiffin, Findlay, and Valparaiso, his first 3 of the process. A 6'5", 295-pound offensive line prospect, he was a first-team All-Conference, first-team All-District, and honorable mention All-State selection as a junior. In addition to what he has done on the football field, Keller is also a 2-time conference champion in the discus. Michigan State has offered Bryce West, who's only wrapped up his freshman year at Solon. His football instincts and also his track speed were on display in the fall, and then again in East Lansing at the Spartans camp where he earned an offer. This is his first offer of the recruiting process, but not expected to be the last by any stretch for this talented young prospect.
That's it for recruiting news this week. I'm Alan True.
I'm Ryan Van Dyke with another installment of Recruiting 101. Today I want to talk about dealing with high school coaches and having tact. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. That's a quote from Isaac Newton. I firmly believe that high school sports creates the purest form of athletes. Before the money and media and notoriety, there was just me. Just like you, blindly working toward our goals. I was very fortunate to play for a Hall of Fame high school coach who I consider the closest thing to Vince Lombardi I could possibly hope for. But the reality is, a lot of athletes aren't as fortunate. I played with Hall of Famers, been coached by Hall of Famers, and coached with Hall of Famers for the last 20 plus years. So I have a few tips that will help foster great conversation and build trust and relationship with your coach. parents, you guys pay attention to. Number 1, always respect your coach. These are not multi-million-dollar coaches. These are salt-of-the-earth people who love being around the game, probably as much as you do, if not more. Number 2, be open to criticism. My motto is I treat all players the same. I'll do whatever is necessary to get the best out of them. Now, there's many different ways I do this, but it's really based on who I'm coaching. I have different pitches for different batters. Listen to your coaches and write down their critiques. Number 3, too often I see parents and kids jump on the blame coach bandwagon when things don't immediately go their way. This will do nothing but ruin relationships, create a toxic culture, and tarnish your playing experience. So accept the responsibility. Number 4, follow through and follow up. Consistently. I don't want a one-hit wonder. I want consistency. And once that's established, it's time to follow up with the coach and find out what's next. What can you help him with? Learn this and live it. I'm Ryan Van Dyke with State Champs.
I want to thank Ryan Van Dyke, Alan True, Matt Mowry, and Scott Bernstein for their work all season creating the content for Scout Show all season long. This concludes our first season, and it was brought together by the great work from Chuck Pellerito. Of course, we thank Lawrence Tech for sponsoring this program. I'm Lauren Plant, and we'll see you in the fall. State Champs Scout Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.